What's up, everybody? Rem is here. We can all rejoice. Not even gonna lie, I set my alarm for like 6:30 in the morning. Your boy was up at 5:55. No alarm going off. Eyes wide open. Just boom, was up 5 minutes uh, before I could do the download, and I got in here as quick as I could just because I've been so excited for this character. There's been so much hype. And I honestly gotta say, Adis did not let us down. This is an amazing effing character. I'm gonna start off just by saying that I was so impressed when I ran this girl and actually saw how she works. It's absolutely amazing. This is definitely the maid that you want cleaning your house for you. She is that freaking good. I'm psyched. We're gonna take a look at her. I was actually kind of worried, like with my luck, the way that it's been. Yesterday, I even got into a car accident, so maybe that was all my bad luck getting purged, and definitely had a little bit of good luck today. So I pulled Rem. I think it was like my second or third 10 pull. And I wanted to go in for the arc because this is a UR arc, so it's a limited arc. I wanted to get the arc for her as well. I did a couple pulls and a green orb appeared. I got very excited. So this is what I'm going to say right now. I don't know if this was an oopsie, Adis, but the part 2 banner has the part 1 arc in it. So yeah, when it lit up green and it popped, it was actually Amelia's arc. And I was like, WTF, Adis? This can't be right. What? Why? Like, it's already hard enough to pull the UR arcs. That is probably the only thing I'm going to complain about right now. And honestly, I don't know if that was on purpose or if that was on accident. Because if you guys are going to do it like that, then I should be able to pull the part 2 arc from the part 1 banner as well. Like, you guys really need to decide how you're going to do that, because that was pretty messed up. So I'm just giving you guys a warning. If you do a 10 pull, if you see that red orb turn into a green, don't get excited yet, because that might just be your first step to breaking your phone up against the wall when you get the wrong UR arc. It is a possibility. It did happen to me. It did happen to me the first time, but I did come back, and I did manage to pull the arc for her as well. So let's actually look at the arc first before we get into all the goodness that is Rem. Man, she is awesome. She is so good. She is so good. We're going to run her. I was so surprised at how well she runs. So Beast of the End is the first arc I pulled. The first UR arc I pulled off of this part 2 banner. Here's my extend point right here. You can see that I pulled a duplicate of this arc, right? And here is her arc. So we're going to go over this first because I don't think this is a necessity for her. I really don't. I think if you can pull Rem and just be very, very happy with her, I don't feel like Rem needs this UR arc as much as Amelia needed her UR arc to be just top tier crazy over the top. Pretty much, I don't think this arc does as much for Rem as Amelia's arc does for her. But it's still pretty damn nifty, right? Remember, this is UR rarity, or I'm sorry, LR. I'm sorry, not UR, it's LR rarity. It's that green. Green for the money. Go for the honey. So this thing gives you SCT recovery speed plus 10%, which is always nice, and skill damage plus 15%. That is a big deal for Rem. She's going to be coming with that hard-ass skill damage. Like, she is just going to be breaking mofos off left and right. She throws that mace thing around. It's absolutely effing amazing. So this does help her, obviously. She wants that SCT recovery speed. And skill damage plus 15%. This girl has the highest damage cap in the game. So having a skill damage boost is going to help her get to that damage cap, or close to that damage cap, when you're fighting very nasty opponents. Right? We do have some skills here that she can learn that seems to be pretty good for her. This thing comes with Allure, Close Boost. When clothes are equipped, defense of mind plus 5%, physical attack damage plus 5%. So for 4 SC, I will take Close Boost. We have Skill Charge 3 because Skill Charge 3 is kind of important for her. So Skill Charge 2, she's going to want to be charging her skills. So if you didn't have Skill Charge 3, this will get it for you. We have Sorcerer's Shield, damage from sorcerer types minus 10%. This is actually very useful because sorcerers throw some nasty spells. It's good to be able to shield yourself from them, especially when you are a skill-based close quarters combat unit like Rem is. And then finally we get to the good. We get From Zero. When taking lethal damage, MP to 0 and HP greatly recovers for 10 seconds. Minus 50% damage taken only once per wave. This is absolutely amazing. I still have to test this out and see exactly how this works with Rem, because, spoiler alert, Rem does get to turn into a demon mode, which like triples her hit points. I mean, right off rip out of the box, when she transforms, she gets up to 10k hit points. That's absolutely insane. And that's just my Rem that I ran, who has like 30 of her 30 of her skill tree points unlocked. She doesn't have any SC on her yet, nothing, and she already manages to get up to 10k health, and you can transform once per wave. It's pretty amazing. So I really have to see how From Zero stacks with her demon form, and I will get back to you guys on that, but this is an amazing ability for 10 SC. I think it's going to be very good on her. It could be very great on her. I have to see how it synthesizes with her kit and with her demon ability. Speaking of demons, your demon-like way cost 8 SC. Battle start, automatic, autocast, Grand Brave, critical, and speed. That's some Narnar for 8 SC. It's very nice. So we got some good stuff in here. I'm going to tell you right now, she doesn't need this to be absolutely OP. She really doesn't. Guys, if you cannot get the the LR arc, the green arc from part 2, don't sweat it. Alright? I would get Rem. If you can pull Rem, slow down and just do your dailies till the very end, and then decide if you want to go all in for this arc. Let's see, what is the ether reward? It's Rem's headband. No attribute physical attack damage plus 10%. This is what this girl does. No attribute physical attack damage. She is Randy 3.0. No, she is Randy 7.6, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even playing, right? And she might be Randy 10.0. I don't know yet, right? She can scale up from what my opinion is of her, because I've only ran her a few times, but she's absolutely insane. This also reduces magic damage by 10%. That's very good for Rem. She wants to dampen any magic damage. That is going to be what she is probably the most prone to. Okay, she's going to have a much higher defense than she does mind. So being able to shave off magic damage by 10% at a time, 10% here, 10% there, it's going to go a long way for her, right? So this thing also gives hit points. It gives defense in mind. Really, really good, but you can put another arc on this character. Obviously, you can put different accessories on this character. You don't absolutely need Rem's headband. She is totally OP without it, okay? So that's what I'm going to say about the arc. It's optional, right? If you get it, more power to you, congratulations. But you really don't need this. You just want the maid. You just want her with her awesome freaking mace. She's throwing that thing around all over the place. So that's what I'm gonna say about the arc. So we can move on to her now. Oh, there she is. I gotta say, what I was actually most impressed by is just her basic attack alone. She throws this freaking mace around like you would. Like, I thought when they first animated this character, you have this ball and chain thing, and you have like a 20-foot chain. I just kind of thought that was being exaggerated, like anime style. Yeah, I thought she was going to have a flail. I thought it was going to extend like 3 feet. She was going to swing it around herself. I thought she would kind of have attacks similar to Randy, where she's able to hit people around her and get some sort of distance with this thing. But no lie, she literally flails this thing out in front of her by like 20 feet, just like how the character's portrayed here. And she just goes to town with that thing. It's absolutely awesome. It is so satisfying to throw this freaking thing halfway across the screen, knock people back with it, and completely just F them up. It's awesome. It's so satisfying. So satisfying. So let's take a look at this girl. And by the way, I cleared laps 1 through 3. That did give me said Maid, and it gave me, I think, one dupe of Rem. Um, and then, of course, obviously, I got the LR arc from part 1, which was a dupe, and I did finally manage to get this arc from step 2, or I'm sorry, from from part 2. So that's how it went for me. That is pretty good luck as far as I'm concerned. You know, especially with the car accident I was in yesterday. So I just figured yin and yang, my luck kind of evened out a little bit. And actually, the car accident wasn't even that bad. Some idiot in a Honda smashed into my Lexus truck. He hit me pretty hard. I honestly thought the back of my truck was going to be destroyed. I got out there, dropped some F-bombs, looked at the back of my truck, and actually, he destroyed his bumper and he was stuck on my trailer hitch. So yes, the trailer hitch that I bought for my truck literally just saved the ass end of my truck. So that was awesome. And then the guy's like, well, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I don't know what you're going to do. I drove away with this bumper. I ripped his bumper right off his fucking Honda. That's what he gets for not knowing how to drive. And of course, he lied about shit. Like, oh, my brakes just went out. Pedal went all the way to the floor. I'm like, yeah, okay. So the bad luck yesterday turned into good luck today, as far as I'm concerned. That is why I woke up at 5:55, eyes wide open, ready to go, ready to test my luck, and it worked out all right. Okay, worked out all right. Let's take a look at this girl when she is in full beast mode with her stats fully woke AF like a social justice warrior up in this piece, cleaning my house in her awesome little maid uniform. So if we look at her base stats when she's woke AF, she has 4655 hit points. Very nice. Remember, when she goes into demon mode, her health triples. And I still have to see how that stacks with abilities that increase your health. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. But right off rip, out of the box, you can transform her, and she has 10k hit points. And I really thought this transformation was going to be once per battle, but it's actually once per wave. She can transform once per wave, so that is absolutely freaking awesome. She has slight resistance to everything, some good resistance to light. She's weak to darkness, which I would have thought it kind of would have been flipped, because she does have demon blood running in her vein. That is the only way she can throw this freaking flail 20 feet away from her. So other than that, like, I think she's weak to curse and blind. Right? Obviously, you don't want this girl being blinded because she is a skill-based attacker. She's going to be doing physical damage with this badass pink flail thing that she has. Hammer lovers rejoice. We finally have a unit that is just rocking out crazy bludgeoning weapons, and she's getting a lot of boosts to them, right? So good hit points. Her MP, 191. Okay, I mean, you pretty much just need enough MP for, what is it called? It's not Snake Eyes. What the hell is it called? You guys know what I'm talking about. The ability that dropped with Davin. Keen Eyes. Sharp Eyes. I think it's Sharp Eyes. It's Sharp Eyes. It's not Keen Eyes. And it sure as hell ain't Snake Eyes. Okay. Alright. So that's really the only thing I'm looking at MP for, is for keen eyes. No, it's sharp eyes. Damn it. I'm going to have to look at that later, but we all know what I'm talking about. So we have 1201 strength. Honestly, I think they could have just left her at 1200. I think they could have just left her at 1200, but they had to give us that one extra point because she's just Narnar like that. 1200 strength, 1201. Defense, 1033. Okay, good stuff. Int, 773. You're really not going to care about her intelligence unless I'm missing something. But her mind is 860. This is why she wants to shave off damage from sorcerers and spellcasters. Because her mind is not the highest. But that's okay. That is definitely okay because chances are she's going to kill everything and anything with that freaking flail of hers before any spells can get cast anyway. So, yeah, she is just that freaking good. I can't wait to run her for you guys. So we have abilities. S1 through S4. S1 is I have no choice. She has no choice. She has to clean your house. She's a maid, right? This is a front combo attack on enemies, and it auto vacuums the carpet. S2, don't get in my way, right? You don't want to get in this girl's way while she's cleaning. She's very dedicated to her job. This is a wide area combo attack around the unit. This one's very important. This girl's S2 is very important. Might as well just talk about that now. Skill charge 2 might be a good idea. Even potentially skill stock 2. The reason I'm saying this is because obviously they had to give this girl some sort of semi-weakness. This girl does not like to be in your face. She likes to throw that flail from a distance. She's going to be standing back with your casters, and she's going to be throwing that flail out. She covers half the screen with it, right? But when somebody gets all up in her face, she wants to step back a little bit before she does her attacks and throws her flail. Now, her basic attacks do push people back, so that is good. Most of these things will push people back. But the reason this S2 is important is because it creates like a shockwave around her, and it pushes everybody out, which gets them right into the perfect range that she wants her enemies at to throw all of her nasty skills to hit with her awesome basic attack. So this S2 is important. Don't overlook it. It kind of reminds me of Milliam's little Super Saiyan power-up thing where she hurts everybody around her consecutively, except this one pushes people back as well. I think it also has a little bit of a bigger range too. So S2, very important. S3, Rem has warned you. S3 is no joke. S3 makes her OP, and let me tell you why. Instantly close the gap for a medium area attack. Instantly close the gap. This is something that has been taken away from Bad Boy Shin and from Loga, because they would just be effing OP if they could close the gap between them and their enemy and start dropping bombs. Close the gap is literally the only advantage that Shin has over Bad Boy Shin. Like, Bad Boy Shin just wasn't bad enough because they took that away from him. And rightfully so. They would just be too freaking OP. If Loga could cut the whole distance of the screen and just start dropping bombs within 0.2 seconds of the match, it would be a little OP. Same thing with Shin. So Shin and Loga both have to actually run over to the enemy. And if you're going up against them, that gives you an opportunity to do something. Like, if you're going to do something against Loga and Shin, you got to do it before they reach you. And I think Rem's actually going to be pretty good for that because she can knock people back, knock them away, and just go to town with them with this awesome ball and chain. Speaking of which, her S4 is Rampaging Demon Horn. So when this girl transforms, she does have a demon horn that comes out of her head. It's pretty effing awesome. This is a powerful combo attack against an enemy. I feel bad for that enemy because he's going to get absolutely obliterated. So she's going to do a shit ton of damage to one single enemy. I think this is good, right? Because the rest of her kit, you guys will see, has great crowd control in it already. You don't need this S4 to kill mobs. You want to drop this S4 on a boss. Her S1 through 3 is perfectly suited for dealing with mobs. Her basic attack is great for dealing with mobs. If they're halfway across the screen and they're coming at you, she can literally hit a few of them at a time just by throwing her basic attack, and she knocks them back. So, skill kit, absolutely amazing with how well it works with her, her ranged mace, this giant flail thing that she has. So if that wasn't good enough, right, I wouldn't expect any support from this character at all. I would just expect her to be such a specialized damage dealer that when I clicked over on the traits and actually started looking through this stuff, first of all, we have Demon Bloodline. This is the good, right? She gets demonized. She can use this as a spell. It's once per wave, not once per fight. So you can use this every wave. Mine instantly went from like 2,000 hit points to like 10,000, so it's absolutely great. She gets a strength and defense boost of plus 50%, which is just absolutely great. She also gets MP regen, so this might give you a chance to cop some of your MP back that you're using on Sharp Eyes. That's what it is. It's Sharp Eyes. It is. It's got to be Sharp Eyes. Sorry, guys. It is early. Right? This also, SCT recover speed plus 25%. And physical attack damage cap plus 7,000. Okay? Hit points times 3, no recovery. I'm going to say this with a little asterisk next to it. I haven't tested everything. Okay? There's a whole lot that we need to test with Demon Bloodline. We need to know what is stackable with this, right? Because you might just do an ultimate zombie build where you have a bunch of abilities that just kind of keep bringing her back to life. If you can. If Demon Bloodline is going to let you do that. It seems like it will, because one of the abilities on her arc is something that I think will stack with Demon Bloodline. I don't want to get into that too much because, like I said, I want to test all this stuff. But just the sky's the limit here, right? You get this huge boost. You get MP regen, SCT recovery speed, plus 25%. I also think she gets one of each of her skills, I believe, as soon as she transforms. Or maybe that's just that recovery speed. Because this girl has haste in her kit. So you're going to have haste, and you're going to have SCT recovery speed plus 25% on top of your auto haste or whatever. So you're going to be able to just drop those skills left and right. That flail will be a flying. Physical damage cap 7k, along with her other damage caps for bludgeoning weapons. I believe this girl hits at 20,000. This is the highest damage cap in the game. You got Bad Boy Shin dropping 17k a hit. This girl's going to one-up him by like 3k. And it's very nice to see that 20,000 damage per hit. The important thing is, though, and I talked about this recently, damage cap isn't as important as getting up to your damage cap when you're fighting a tough monster. Anybody's going to be able to hit mobs for damage cap. It doesn't even matter. They're going to die in one hit anyway. You want to get damage cap on a freaking boss with 20 million hit points, because that's what you're going to need to beat the shit out of that boss. Is, some of these bosses that have millions of hit points, hitting for 20,000 all of a sudden, you're not going to one-shot that boss by any means. So you want to get a high damage cap, but you want to actually be able to reach that damage cap as well. So this girl has a lot of room to reach, right? So I think all in all, she's going to be a great boss slayer. Anyway, speaking of support abilities, Helper of the Hero. This kind of took me back. I was surprised. Undemonized. So when she's not in her demon form. Yeah. For all allies, periodic hit point regeneration and physical attack damage taken minus 20%. Minus 20% to physical damage to everybody. Your whole party now has 20% damage reduction to physical damage just because this girl's in your freaking party. Wow. And this is just on her. This is a trait. I don't believe she has to activate this. I didn't see this come up in the spells. This is like a charisma ability on crack as far as I'm concerned. 20% less physical attack damage is awesome. Oh yeah, and some HP regen. This girl is definitely somebody you want to bring with you. Now, of course, this is undemonized. So this girl's going to have like her own strategy, right? You're going to try to take her to the limit, undemonized, because your whole party is getting this helper of the hero thing. And then maybe towards the end, when that boss hits its threshold and goes all super crazy on you, and your whole party's going to die, hey, that is when you turn into a demon. Increase your hit point pool to like well over 10,000. And just do a shit ton of damage, and hopefully it's enough to get through that boss's threshold. And again, we're going to have to see how different things stack with this. I know you can't heal her once she has the demon mode activated. Yeah, I really got to test that. I don't even want to talk about that too much because I understand healing, but what about... I know people are already going to be asking about what the hell am I thinking of? This is why I sleep, because Proud Force. Jeez, had some Proud Force when I woke up today. Yeah, I don't know how well Proud Force is going to work for her. It's not in her kit. We'll have to see if any of that works. We'll have to see, boys and girls. But for now, your skill list. As you can see, the only magic skill she has is Horn of the Demon. Temporarily demonized unit, greatly recovers hit points, and recovers 1 SCT use of each skill. Okay, so I was right. So not only do you get plus 25% to your SCT recovery on top of haste, but all of your skills, you get 1 charge on each of them instantly. So this is just absolutely effing insane. Not only do you transform and get that huge hit point boost, because you're probably going to be doing it at a boss's threshold, but you are also fully charging all of your skills, so you can just dump on any mofo you want to. Very nice. And then after you dump those skills, remember, you have SCT recovery plus 25%. So after you dump them, you're going to get them right back. She is fully loaded with this. Horn of the Demon is just absolutely awesome, and she does have this little horn coming out of her head. Very cool stuff. Passive skills. We have Fighting Spirit 5. Oh wow, I thought this was just an attack up. What? Holy shit. This is big news right here. This is big news right here. When I initially looked over this, I just thought this was like attack up 5 or whatever. But this is strength and hit points plus 10%, right? And then you can always add attack up 5. So you can put all of the attack abilities on her. And this synergizes so well with them. Holy shit, that's awesome. This is an ability that's worth quite a few SC to get 10% to your strength and to your hit points. You're going to be paying some freaking SC for that. This is very nice, very nice. That one was kind of hidden in there. I almost overlooked that. I'm gonna have to pay attention to these. This is really my first time looking through all of this in detail with you guys. I did pull her. I did just run her a few times in Alabaster Nightmare, just to see what I was, gonna expect. Well, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Really excited today, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but we got crit up 2. We got crit up 3. Okay. No funny business there. Good stuff. We want crit. That is going to help this girl actually get up to that damage cap, right? Which sometimes can be more important than having a super high damage cap. So we have aim vitals. Crit hit power plus 30%. Very nice. You can always add advanced aim vitals. She has royal armor. Reduces chance of being critically hit. Hits. Hits is plural. Reduces chance of being critically hits. Yeah, okay, alright. We want to get critically hits less, right? Royal armor, very nice. This is not a cheap ability. This is going to cut down on the damage that she takes. Because remember, whoever she's going up against has to work through like a 15,000 hit point pool to kill her. And if you take criticals out of the equation, it's going to make it much, much harder to kill this girl, right? Brute Slayer. Absolutely effing awesome. I love Brute Slayer. This is kind of like a custom-ish thing. Pretty much this is a Slayer. This is a Slayer effect for beasts, plants, insects, birds, fish, and creatures. Pretty much everything under the damn sun. She's going to annihilate with that freaking awesome flail of hers. So this is great. I love it because honestly, guys, they could have made this thing a killer. They could have just made this brute killer. This is a Slayer. So she's just going to be hitting top tier damage with all of her skills. Oh man, I still got sleepies in my eyes. Don't matter. Brute Slayer, absolutely phenomenal. This thing would probably be worth 20 SC by itself because it's giving you a Slayer for so many different categories all in one. I don't know if she's the only one that has Brute Slayer. We've seen things like this, but every time we see something like this, it is very, very good, and it just makes her damage applicable everywhere. Auto Brave, very nice. Auto Haste, very, very nice. Auto Haste is what we want, even more so than Auto Brave. Again, not cheap abilities whatsoever. Fury, increased strength close to death. Okay. Awaken. Recovers hit points and increased strength, defense, bind, and movement speed when close to death 1 times. So she already has Awaken in her kit. I'm gonna have to see how Awaken plays with her transform ability, but it's almost kind of like they're baiting us. They're like, this is what you guys need to be looking into. It's abilities like Awaken. I don't think this would be in her kit if it didn't play well with her Demonize ability. Who knows? Maybe Awaken will only proc when she's not a demon. And if that's the case, that's how I'll play her. I will try to get as far as I can into a map, wait for her to almost die once, wait for Awaken to kick in, and then do her demon transformation. It would be nice to see Awaken work with her demon transformation, though. I'm wondering about that because it says recovers hit points. When she's in her demon mode, it blocks healing. So this is what I was talking about earlier. It's what I have to test out. I don't know if that demon ability just blocks her from being healed, but some of these abilities like Awaken can still recover hit points on her, or not. We're going to have to just try it out and see, so definitely working on that. Speaking of high SC cost abilities, no attribute attack rise 2. So we can always put 1 on her on top of this. This is nice. This is like a 20 SC ability. Yeah, Randy 7.6 all day. Blessed Speed. Bless them for that. I love it. It's always nice to have Blessed Speed for free because, well, for this girl, like, when somebody is too close to you, she needs to backstep a little bit and put some distance between them so she can start throwing her flail. Remember, I talked about her only real potential weakness is somebody up in her face just throwing blows. So Blessed Speed helps her not only cut distance, but it helps her increase distance between her and her enemy so she can be as effective as possible. So that's a big deal for her. Glad that they threw that in there for free. And of course we have Hammer Boost, because it's hammer time all over this piece with this girl. When a hammer is equipped, physical attack 7% and strength plus 5%. But wait. We also have close high boost. When clothes are equipped, defense in mind plus 10%, physical attack damage plus 10%. Booyakasha. That is just badass. We We know this, and here is Sharp Eyes. Sharp Eyes, this is what I've been talking about. It's so nice that this is just built into her kit for free. We have Breaker, very nice. I think we can put Advanced Breaker on her if you have that. I think Breaker is going to be plenty good. It's just nice for her to have a break in her kit built in. Uh, you can always elaborate on this a little bit, but I think this girl's going to be a great breaker. She has rapid recovery, reduces the time required to recover from status effects. Very good to have her free. We'll take it. We'll take it. Twin Maids. Here's a custom. When physically attacking, chance for extra damage. This is one of those things that's going to help you get to damage cap, even if you're fighting some sort of monstrosity. So that is just awesome. I don't know what the percent chance is on this. I don't know if this is like 1 out of every 10 attacks, but things like this are going to ensure that you can actually reach the upper echelon of your damage cap, and that is what's important with a character like this. And look at that, we have another custom ability. Don't you dare touch him. Apparently this maid is very possessive. I want to see her twin. I want to see her twin. She does have a twin. She's got pink hair. Okay, cool. Maybe they'll release her in the future. Adis. So, don't you dare touch him. When an ally is near death, chance to activate Horn of the Demon once per wave. This is giving you the ability to activate her demon ability without paying for it. And you can always turn this off. You don't have to bring this to a fight just in case for some reason you don't want to turn into a demon if one of your allies is near death. Okay, this is it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but okay, cool. This definitely helps her. Right, we'll take that. Like, because what if your MP is completely drained and you don't have enough MP to actually transform into your demon form? Because I believe the spell does cost like 25 MP for her to transform. If you use Sharp Eyes too much and you drain your MP pool, guess what? This will let you transform into a demon anyway when one of your allies is almost dead. And that's probably going to proc at a boss's threshold, right? When these bosses reach like their last 20% of their health and they just throw a super mega nuke. When one of your allies is close to death, you're going to get to turn into a demon automatically. And again, you can take this off of her if you don't want that to proc. We have Morningstar Boost. This is custom. This isn't Hammer Boost, right? This is Morningstar Boost. She does rock a Morningstar. When equipping a hammer, physical/special damage plus 10%, and physical attack damage cap another 1,000, special damage cap 2,000. So this is how this girl gets to a 20,000 damage cap. It's with abilities like Morningstar Boost and Morningstar High Boost. That's right. When equipped with a hammer, physical special damage 20%, physical attack damage cap another 2,000, and special damage cap 4,000. Holy cow. So, very simple, very effective, very deadly, super OP. And it all gets summed up in 2 very simple abilities: Morningstar Boost and Morningstar High Boost, right? Explain how you got to your crazy damage cap right here. This is how. Morningstar Boost, Morningstar High Boost, and obviously amazing Brute Slayer is going to actually help you get to that damage cap when fighting fish, insects, plants, birds, beasts, everything and anything under the sun. This is a super powerful kit, right? You're obviously going to add all of the attack up that you want. You're going to increase her crit. You're going to add advanced aim vitals just so that she can actually fulfill that damage cap of hers. Unless you're fighting pokies, then you're not really going to care. But all in all, this is just off the chain. She's absolutely amazing. But wait, we haven't actually got to the creme de creme, okay? And yeah, her sprite just looks amazing. Honestly, I thought she was gonna like use this little flail of hers. I thought it was gonna be kind of like Randy's sword. I thought she was gonna spin it around herself, you know, hit people around her type deal. No, she throws this effing thing out like a cannonball. So let's do that. Let's actually showcase the best part of this character, because the most exciting thing about this girl is actually running her. Um, I mean, when I saw just her basic attack, my jaw dropped. Just her basic attack, before I even started throwing lefts and rights and S1s and S2s, just that basic attack already did it. I was like, holy shit, son. Um, Here we go. So we will run some hard spirited assault. I wish I had Nightmare unlocked. I don't have that unlocked on this account yet, but oh, that's right. I was trying to. Let's actually have a look at what this girl has on her. Nothing. Well, wait. Oh, that's right. I've unlocked Aim Vitals, Fury, Crit Up 2. We can put Close Boost on her. Skill Charge 3, just so we can throw that skill around easily. She has no problem charging her skills up, by the way. Let's see. So this one's at 45 out of 103 abilities unlocked. Let's take a look at her equipment, which just like feeds more into this character. Her Morning Star. What's really cool about this thing, now again, we have a lot of good hammers in the game. One of them is like an SR hammer that's very easy to unlock. I believe it has like 165 damage. It's lightning property, so you're going to be doing lightning damage with it. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. But, you know, there's probably a few hammers that you have in your inventory that are just sitting around. If you can get her Morning Star, more power to you. Rem only physical attack, special damage cap plus 1,000. So this is going to increase her damage cap even more. But chance for physical damage plus 50%. That is going to help her fulfill her damage cap. An extra 50% to your physical damage. When that procs, you are going to have a higher chance of actually reaching your damage cap. Against a tough boss, against a nasty monster. I think that's very useful for her. This also has some defensive stats in it, some defense and some mind. Very nice. 170 attack out of the box. It's a pretty good weapon for her. Here's her Maid Uniform. It's going to give her 250 hit points. It's going to give her 30 attack, 100 defense, and 94 mind. Rem only boost to movement speed. Okay. Boost to defense and mind as hit point drops up to 30%. So when your hit points are low, this is going to give you a boost to your defense and your mind by 30%. This is a pretty OP piece of gear right here, because this is giving you 30 more attack on an armor slot. Man, here's the thing. This girl is not limited to a single weapon like Bad Boy Shin, right? You're not going to be blocking off any part of her amazing skill tree by giving her dual wield and giving her two hammers to rock at the same time. So, because of that, I would have to say if you have 25 of her hero credentials, I would go for the Morning Star before I went for the Maid's Uniform, right? Hopefully you only had to do enough pulls to get 25 of the hero credentials, and you can cash out on her Morning Star, and hopefully along the way you also pulled her arc as well. So if you are in a position where you have to choose between her Morning Star and her Maid's Uniform, I would go with the Morning Star, because you can always dual wield and just take her to the next level with that. I did get her uniform and the Morning Star because I had 50 of the hero credentials, so we're just going to run her like this. She does have the hidden treasure on. She has the blood ring on just because I'm just seeing how everything works on her. So just FYI, guys, I've only ran her twice. She has all of her abilities. She has her traits. What's really awesome is that Helper of Hero is not like a charisma ability. You don't have to cast it. Oh, here she is. Okay, we already have her. Good to go here. Rest of the party is empty. This is what I want. So here we go. Hard difficulty. So right off rip, pay attention to her basic attack. I don't know why I'm putting my hand on the keyboard like we're playing Genshin Impact. We're not. Okay. So pay attention to her basic attack. It's very nice. It's going to go halfway across the screen, just like you would actually imagine her throwing this flail out. So basic attack, boom, boom, boom. She whips people with it and pushes them back. Good crowd control for a basic attack, right? Here we'll use her S1, S3. What's important to note is that this girl's attacks can be interrupted, alright? Obviously, they had to give her some sort of weakness like that, or she would just be too freaking OP. We'll throw her S1 here, right off rip. Boom. Hits them all for good damage. Pushes everybody back, right? S3 got interrupted. Here's her S2 that pushes everybody away. This is what I was talking about. This S2 is important. It pushes everybody away from her. And then off of that, they're in the perfect distance away from her for her to start throwing her skills. Less likely to be interrupted. We're going to start this one with the S1. Just do some major damage to this mage. Here's the S3. Got interrupted by a spell. This is what this girl fears. See, if I'm hitting her S1, she has to run away from the enemy. She has to run away from them in order to hit them with that. So, alright, we're going to transform into her demon form right now. And we're going to drop her S4. This is what I've been charging up for. So, okay, it is like casting a spell. So, it can be interrupted. This is what you gotta, here we go. She went into demon form. She has 11,944 hit points. Look how fast her skills are charging up. It's ridiculous. Let's use her S4 before everything dies. Here she goes. There's that demon horn. Bam, 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 bam. She's just going to town with that thing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Love the little animation cut in there. Looks good. Looks gnarly. Then we can start throwing our S3. Look at the damage off of that. Look at that. Boom. Love it. She is just whipping the shit out of everything with that thing. It is just so satisfying. Oh, my goodness. I love the sound effect too. I love everything about it. It's freaking great. It is completely different. It's like a whole different mechanic in this game. I am so glad that this character is so unique. She's unique, man. There's nothing else like her. Oh, fun little fact too. When I was running Spirited Assault here, I actually pulled some shards of her. Some shards of this character dropped on this level. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if that's like a glitch in the game. But I did manage to get some of her shards from running Alabaster Nightmare on hard mode. And that's pretty cool. I don't know if they're supposed to drop like that here for her. But they do. I'm going to run this again. Just because she's so fun to run. I don't even care about you guys anymore. You guys can click off if you want. But just playing with this girl's skill kit, just her basic attack, just everything is just awesome. We're just going to basic attack these dudes into a freaking wall. Right? And it's like, even her basic attack, it hits everybody in like an area. It's very nice. Here's that S1. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness. And obviously this all looks much better on an actual mobile device and not an emulator. You can really see that mace just wreaking havoc and destruction everywhere. I love that. That S3 is so good. And just the synergy between her skill kit and her basic attack. That's what's really cool. You could just go to town with her S1 through S3. Throw your attacks in the middle. It just comes together flawlessly, I think. We're going to start with this S3. He's guarding. It's not going to be enough. S2, everybody get away. It did get interrupted. It did get interrupted. But if these guys didn't put up a fight, then ooh, it would just be sad. But I can see why they give her some sort of like resistance to magic. Why that's important for her. You know what? Here we go. S2 pushes everybody away so that you can hit them with that S1 and keep pushing them back. Keep pushing them back. Keep pushing them back into that corner. You know what? Time to transform. Time to transform. You know what? We are going to transform before I destroy you. We're going to destroy you with our S4. Here she is. Rampage. Rampage enabled. Love that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. You forgot to duck, dodge, and dive. Love it. She absolutely wrecks. This girl is phenomenal. I just cannot wait to run her through everything. She is definitely going to be my favorite character. And that's not knocking Amelia at all. Amelia is awesome as well. She has a floating cat next to her. Definitely dig this collab. Definitely love these characters. They're fun. They're going to be a lot of fun to play. And they're going to bring a lot of different possibilities to Last Cloudia right now. So everybody that's been saving up for this character, rejoice. She is here. You can go get this girl, right? I think her banner is up for what? I want to say 15 days. I want to say 15 days. Let's see. We'll double check on that. So, obviously, do your dailies, everybody. You know, see if you can just get lucky and pull this girl. And if you are going to spend something, do it on the last day, right? There's a lot of tickets to grind out. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, 13 days and 17 hours. Her step up is up. So you got 13 days. That's 13 daily single pulls that you can do. Go ahead and do those, guys. Try to get her off of your luck, right? And then the last day, if you still didn't get her, that's when I would go all in, or at least wait till the second to the last day. Okay. I will be making another video just talking about the event and stuff like that. But for now, I just wanted to put something out on her. She is the bee's effing knees. Definitely worth it. Highly anticipated and totally paid off. So you guys have an awesome morning. I hope you guys all have great luck. I hope you guys pull her on your first pull. I hope you find her randomly in your mailbox. All right. Mobile Gamers Unite. Peace, everybody, and I will be talking to you soon.